Hello everybody, and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. We know that's where we want to be, but we got more exploring to do and a prayer to do. So like, comment, and subscribe, and let's figure this out. Okay, so I have been cautioned not to speak to prayer first and to get the star map first. So we'll go ahead and get the star map. I don't know why, but I've been cautioned. So let's go and do this part. Like, comment, and subscribe if I haven't said it already. Oh!
Life forms detected. Determining parameters. Initiating neural recognition.
Yes, there's the thing. Obstinate machine. I've no doubt it holds what you seek, but good luck getting it operational.
Primary neural recognition complete. Preliminary match found.
Match found? What the... It always muttered something about rejected patterns for me.
Begin socialized interface. Awaiting instruction. Greetings. This terminal has not been accessed for quite some time.
Who placed this terminal?
Error. Subject displays unfamiliarity to environment. Behavioral reconfiguration will be needed before access. I am sorry. I did not mean to confuse you. I will answer questions to the best of my programming limitations.
What do you mean?
I have been programmed with a very limited field of knowledge, and I must restrict access to only those that fit my allowed pattern.
And if I don't fit that
I
pattern?
can't say. I will try to bring forward the behavior that you need to proceed, as outlined by my programming. I can't say. Preliminary matching allows for you to be coached.
Do you not know why, or
I
are you
can't
restricted?
say. Likelihood of restriction by previous user, 100%.
Want to ask questions
I
about
utilize
installation?
a retro-adapted holocron interface. Clarify your questions, and I will attempt to access original system memory.
Who built it?
Error. Corruption. Extrapolating. This utility was built to monitor planet-wide agricultural reformation. It has since malfunctioned. It can be theorized that the supergrowth of Kashyyyk forests is a direct result.
Well, that is surprising. I doubt any Wookiee would support such a claim. The forest is millennia old.
Malfunction occurred 241 years after last builder communication. Last builder communication 29,642 years before current Republic standard.
It predates the Republic.
Error. Information regarding the builders of this installation
That's a
has
running
been
theme.
corrupted. No evidence of such a civilization exists in the galactic record.
Why was agricultural information needed?
Agricultural record indicates this planet was incapable of sustaining sufficient levels of production. Error. Specific conditions corrupted. It can be theorized that produce was being exported to support a larger demand.
Under a short period of time for adaptation of native
Error.
creatures.
Records corrupted. It can be theorized that bioseeding allowed the ecology to remain balanced. It could be expected that the same energy feeding the trees of Kashyyyk also accelerated the evolution of various species. No further information is available. There is too much corrupted data.
Let's go back to my
Accessing.
question.
I will answer as my programming permits.
Who installed the
This
whole
interface was installed to better access the ancient data stored within the pre-existing system. The exact date is unavailable. Programming keys indicate no earlier than 5 years before current Republic standard.
5 years ago. I didn't notice it. This must have been installed in strictest secrecy. Couldn't have been circa.
No other information on time of installation or identity of user available. Likelihood of removal by user, 100%. Sorting by identity. 3 attempts by the Wookiee Freyer, all denied. 152 attempts by human Jolie Bindo, all denied.
Call me stubborn, I guess. There wasn't much else to do around here.
Error. List of access attempts prior to these is corrupted. Likelihood of removal by user, 100%.
5 years ago, about the time that Revan passed.
Error. Data regarding subject, Revan, corrupted.
But there was an entry at some time?
Data on Revan, unavailable.
Is there any further contact?
That information is unavailable, but contact is not required for the execution of my programming. Scanning range of this facility is well beyond planetary boundaries. Accessing.
What's the original function?
Error. Corruption. Extrapolating. This utility was built to monitor planet-wide agricultural reformation. It has since malfunctioned. It can be theorized that the supergrowth of Kashyyyk forests is a direct result.
Well, that is surprising. I doubt any Wookiee would...
Malfunction.
That one.
Access.
Current
The
function.
current purpose of this installation is defense.
Defense of what?
Error. That information is not available.
Of course not.
Answer will be given within the limits of my programming limitations.
Seek information. What limitations would
Corruption
place
has
your program?
resulted in gaps appearing in my memory, and in that of the original installation. It could be theorized that these gaps are intentional, but I have no information on that.
What gaps are missing?
Error. I cannot present a non-presence. Perhaps you can ask other questions, and data corruption will become evident.
Yeah, I've got a feeling about that.
I utilize a retro... The current
Okay.
answer...
I seek information about a star map.
Yes, I have found a star map in original system memory. Access is restricted.
Original system memory, so the map's as old as installation?
Error. Data regarding author of the star map is corrupted.
What do I need to do?
Your request requires additional security access. You must be made to match the parameters I have been supplied.
How can I match if I don't know
There
what
are
they are?
measures available. Personality profiling will verify the basic structure of your conscious mind. With that, I will determine whether you are ready to receive the star map, or can be made ready.
What if I fail?
Then you are not worthy of further access. You will be rejected as unsuitable.
Lower rejection
Information
mean?
unavailable. If you have further questions, ask them now. Access will terminate with success or failure of evaluation.
You may begin.
Evaluation commencing. Result will be compared against the pattern in memory. Just act like you should. You travel with a Wookiee and have encountered complications. Hypothetical. You and this Zalbar are captured and separated. If you both remain silent, 1 year in prison for each of you. However, call Zalbar a traitor, and he will serve 5 years, while you serve none. He is offered the same deal. But if you both accuse the other, you both serve 2 years. What do you do? What do you trust him to do?
Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. This is obviously Sith. And it needs me to answer like a Sith. Zalbar doesn't like me, despite everything I've done. And Gaston, me, has a little bit of background information about what species is being represented there, so I'm pretty sure Sith is the way to go. So the most Sith-like response is I'm unsure what Zalbar would say, and I would accuse him to be safe.
The temperament of a companion is unreliable at best. You wisely trade the threat of 1 year or 5 for none or 2.
This machine certainly seems to want a very specific
Sith.
type of response.
In this instance, the Wookiee is unreliable. His family has been a mire of treachery. I judge the answer correct. You display the proper behavior to match the pattern
That's
in
what I
memory.
figured. So we
Evaluation
gotta
will
sit there.
continue.
Get on with it then.
Hypothetical. You are at war. Deciphering an intercepted code, you learn 2 things about your enemy. A single spot in their defense will be at its weakest in 10 days, and they will attack one of your cities in 5 days. What do you do with this information? What is the most efficient course of action?
I subtly reinforce city while preparing for attack. Prepare for attack to do nothing in the city. I prepare my forces. That would be the Sith answer.
Very good. If you had moved to evacuate the city, you would have alerted the enemy to their lost codes. Ultimate victory required the deaths of the people in that city. You wisely ignored sentiment in your decision.
That's right. The deaths of those people would spur my forces on.
Very good reasoning. I will apply it to the rest of the evaluation. You begin to match the pattern in memory. Hypothetical. Remove the ongoing war from the previous example. Consider enemy states to be weak and remote. With no external threat, your empire stagnates. Your people become complacent and begin to question you. Same scenario as before. You discover an impending attack, but also a weakness that will come after. How do you react?
I do nothing so I can attack the respawn later and save more lives, so no. Hero, no. I let the attack happen.
Of course you do. It makes the most strategic sense. Your people will rally beneath you against the common foe. As their eyes turn outward, your rule will strengthen. The trappings of war grant many opportunities. You have matched the pattern in memory.
I
Sith. Recognize you, and will fulfill my designated function.
Give me access to the star
Yes,
map.
you are ready. Soon you will recognize the proper course to follow. The star map is yours. This unit has now completed its primary duty and has finished with the subject. Executing final action. Activation of star map commencing. Parameters reset. Stasis initiated. End communication.
So, my background knowledge of Star Wars Galaxy has proven to be extremely useful. Because I recognize that species as a Sith-aligned race. Can't think of the name. It's not the Massassi, it's the other one. One the Massassi went to war with. Dark side points gained, unfortunately.
Well, well, the star map. An ancient artifact of dark side power. Can't say I'm surprised. I always knew there was something funny down here. I wonder if the star map has had an effect on the evolution of the creatures here in the Shadowlands. Might explain why it's so dangerous down here. An interesting theory, but I suppose we don't have time to test it now, do we? Now that we've got what you came for, we should be heading back up to the treetops.
No, there's more to do, my friend. There's more to do. Did I get it? I hope that counts as I got it. But that's where we're going to cap off this video. There's more to do down here with Freyr. So like, comment, and subscribe. May the Force be with you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.